Hand washing is the first line of defense to preventing the spread of disease. Every day we come into contact with germs and bacteria that we can't even see. Protecting your skin is important. Just as an athlete, race car driver, or even a construction worker wears proper safety gear, we must also protect ourselves against the germs we come into contact with on a daily basis.
Whether I'm holding down my office at 330 miles an hour or holding a glass of wine at my favorite restaurant, I know the importance of clean and healthy hands. Experience the difference with Betco.
Skincare is just as important as safety gear. Using the proper skincare products with the correct procedures will reduce the spread of infection and create a healthier environment. Healthy skin is important in today's workplace. Some studies have shown that up to 20% of occupational illness is associated with skin disease. Effective skincare goes beyond cleaning. It includes pre-work, aftercare, and dispensing. At Betco, we know that there is only one sure way to increase healthy skin in your workplace, and that is to provide products, education, and dispensing that make skincare a positive experience. Proper skincare is the first line of defense to preventing the spread of disease. Infectious disease should not be taken for granted, as it's the third leading cause of death in the United States and is the leading cause of death worldwide.
Colds and flu are an ugly fact of the winter months. People are stuck inside, sharing breathing space, and schools become big petri dishes teeming with viruses. According to the Centers for Disease Control, hand washing is the single most important means to prevent the spread of infection. The CDC estimates that each year, 36,000 people die from the flu or flu-like illness, 5,000 people die from foodborne illness, and up to 90,000 patients die from hospital-acquired infections. Many of these deaths can be directly linked to poor hand washing. Another 22 million days are lost from school because of the common cold alone.
Failure to wash contributes to almost 50% of all foodborne illness each year, and this costs the public $5 to $6 billion annually. Proper skincare is not only a leading prevention against disease, it's also a shield against occupational illness when skincare products are used properly.
Dermatitis is the leading occupational disease and annually accounts for over $1 billion of lost work time and productivity in America based on U.S. government statistics. Affected employees on average miss 3 days of work and can be placed on temporary restricted duty, but in many cases over a month of work is missed and even permanent disability can occur. Once dermatitis occurs, recovery is very difficult and a downward spiral can result.
Industry experts have found in their research that improper hand cleaners are the second leading contributor to occupational dermatitis and skin disease. Skincare should be an important part of our daily hygiene. Unfortunately, it's taken for granted.
There are many critical times to wash your hands, a few examples being before eating, after going to the bathroom, during food preparation, after handling animals, upon arriving home, after changing diapers, leaving for a hospital or a physician's office, and anytime you think your hands are dirty.
Did you know that almost 30% of our population does not wash their hands after leaving the restroom? Did you know that because of poor infection control and improper hand hygiene in the long-term care industry, that an average of 12 deaths per year occurs per facility? The skin is a very important element of our body. It's the largest organ, representing roughly 16% of the total body weight, or 3,000 square inches, and protects us against physical injury, disease, water loss and retention, UV radiation, regulates our body temperature, and communicates sensory information to the brain.
Only healthy, intact skin can provide this protection. If workers understand and follow proper maintenance and protection techniques, dermatitis can be prevented, avoiding the pain, irritation, and lost income for the worker, and avoiding lost productivity for the employer. Use soap and running water, scrub all surfaces of your hands for 20 seconds, and dry with a paper towel. Wash up.
If you protect it, it will protect you. Proper hand washing is very important to limiting the growth of harmful microorganisms and the spread of infection and disease. Practicing good hand washing skills is one of the best routines you can do for yourself and for others. By learning and practicing the proper hand washing procedures and knowing how these procedures affect cleanliness, you become vital in the well-being of the people around you. This training module focuses on proper hand washing techniques and recommendations. This module will cover understanding cross-contamination, proper hand washing techniques, tips and suggestions, and a summary. Betco has over 250 specialty cleaning products and a full line of equipment and accessories. Betco has an array of hand and skincare products to meet a variety of needs. Most germs must hitchhike to get around, and since we touch so many surfaces throughout the day, the likelihood that we will pick up germs is virtually guaranteed. Be aware that a microorganism can hitchhike in various ways: skin to skin, on materials such as laundry or sponges, droplets from coughing and sneezing, the handling of money, airborne dust particles, food and water, as well as insects or animals, are all ways infectious microorganisms can be transmitted. The most common method of transport is the human hand. Cross-contamination will occur and spread even further as hands come in contact with food products, surfaces, as well as the people entering your facility. This spreading of infection can cause illness and the loss of work. Good housekeeping is important to eliminate cross-contamination. This is why we use disinfectants to clean and disinfect surfaces. However, our primary defense to eliminate the microorganism's mode of travel is the simple yet often neglected act of properly washing hands. You should get in the routine of washing your hands frequently throughout the day, especially after the following activities: visiting the restrooms, sneezing or coughing, removing gloves, handling money, coming into contact with people who have colds or viruses, visiting or touching public areas or items such as grocery carts, payphones, restaurants and cafeterias, and touching pets. To wash hands properly, follow these steps. Wet hands with warm water. Warm water ensures that you get optimal lather for effective cleansing. Place soap, such as Betco's Clario Ultra Blue Antibacterial Foaming Skin Cleanser, in your palm. Be sure to use an amount the size of a nickel. Using vigorous friction, lather both hands and wrists completely for 15 to 30 seconds. An amusing yet helpful habit is to sing the happy birthday song to yourself. Be sure to cover all surfaces of your hands, including the backs and between your fingers. Rinse thoroughly, making the water run downward off the skin. Dry hands completely with paper towels or an air dryer. Remember, you contaminate yourself the moment you touch another surface, so avoid touching areas as much as possible. Use a paper towel to turn off faucets and open exit doors. Healthcare providers and food service workers have a higher risk of transmitting and receiving harmful microorganisms. Therefore, specialized hand cleaners such as Betco's Clario Healthcare Personnel Hand Cleaner, sanitizers, and E2 Food and Industry hand cleaners are recommended for these market segments. Industrial workers need tougher cleaners for harsh soils, yet mild enough for the skin. Betco's Triton line of industrial cleaners are recommended for these tough jobs. To reduce the effects of harsh solvents and chemicals, workers can also apply a solvent-resistant cream on the hands prior to work. All workers should examine hands for signs of damage such as cracks, crevices, and/or dryness. The use of moisturizing creams to restore natural oils and moisture is also recommended. Moisturizers are best used at the beginning and end of every shift and before applying gloves to reduce perspiration and keep healthier skin. Sanitizing products can be used for a quick and easy form of hand sanitation. Use between hand washing or when washing hands at a sink is not an immediate option. Betco's complete line of skincare products includes foam and lotion sanitizers. Please note that waterless sanitizing cleansers should not be considered a replacement for proper hand washing. Learn to sneeze or cough in your elbow instead of your hand when tissues or handkerchiefs are not available. Do what you can to influence the design of public restrooms. Restrooms with automated fixtures and touchless units help avoid recontamination of washed hands. Consider placing trash receptacles near exit doors. Most importantly, educate, promote, and remind people in your facility to frequently wash their hands. Frequent hand washing greatly reduces the risk of cross-contamination of harmful microorganisms. Practice good hand washing procedures to help eliminate the spread of harmful microorganisms. Remember, you play an important role to the well-being of people who visit your facility. Be proud of the skills you are developing and know that you truly make a difference in creating a clean and healthy environment.